welcome back to another episode of the Unbounded Artistry podcast.
We are back for episode 11.
Yes, here we are. And we're also on a new camera as well.
Yes, I'm finally using my EOS R for Rosemary.
Ours for Rosemary, never forget.
So far, I'm really liking the camera, so I will probably be doing a little review of it soonish, once I really get like a handle on everything.
It'll be exciting to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this week we're going back to the shell of conversation.
The shell of conversation. Why is it spooky?
I don't know. That's just how it kind of ended up.
Okay.
It just kind of ended up with a spooky little thing.
It's a spooky thing.
I mean, look at this. Look at this.
It's so spooky.
I mean, it's not spooky at all. It's literally like it's like what, ceramic? It's a ceramic shell.
It's a spooky ceramic shell.
Ceramic. The spooky ceramic shell.
I can't speak. Okay. So I think it's your turn to pick. I picked last time.
My turn to pick.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna grab this one right here.
No. Is it what I think it is?
Yeah.
Oh no.
This one is why from Gary in our Discord. Literally, just the question is why.
Well,
why?
The challenge begins. Why?
This is a very open question. And the question is why?
Why what? You start.
Oh God.
So Brandon, why?
Well, let me tell you why.
Please do.
This one is so hard.
I know, it's
feel
so
like
open-ended.
I feel like there's got to be like some kind of narrowing it down to something that makes sense.
Well, why anything? Why do we do anything that we do? Why?
That is a very complex question. Well, I guess we do what we do because we have to do it. Right?
I mean, sure. Okay.
I had breakfast this morning because I need food to survive.
Why?
Because our bodies require energy, and to get the energy, I have to, I guess, have calories to provide my body energy.
Why?
Because somewhere along the line, that's how creatures and beings function.
Oh, why?
Well, I guess if you want to be able to do something, you need energy to do it. I don't know.
That's cool. Why?
Otherwise, you'd just be a rock and then you wouldn't move at all.
Oh, why?
Because rocks don't move.
Oh, why?
Because they have no energy.
Why?
They're lazy.
No.
Because rocks is lazy.
Rocks isn't lazy.
The only rock that's not lazy
Maybe
is
rocks
Dwayne.
do move. They just move when we're not looking.
I mean,
Like the toys in Toy Story.
okay.
I feel like rocks move. They definitely move.
Do they?
Yeah.
On their own?
Yeah, on their own.
I don't believe it.
Plate tectonics. Rocks move. Debunked.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow, this is very interesting. Huh?
Yes.
Somehow we turned into a science podcast.
I mean, okay. Why? If I have to think about why I do anything that I do, what motivates me, I would say, I don't know, just feeling, I think that we all kind of have like this innate feeling like that there's something we're meant to do in this life, and it drives you forward in some sort of way.
I think that's a good take. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like my motivations is I like things that are calming and beautiful aesthetically, and things that have like deep meanings. And I think that's why I'm an artist.
What kind of deep meaning?
Like they just make you feel on a deeper level. Like things I love, obviously, like things that are aesthetically pleasing. I like cleaning, and I like organizing, and I like bins, and
What is your latest kick?
I'm reorganizing our kitchen. I've redone our pantry. I'm in the process of doing that. I'm also ripping apart one of the rooms in the house because I want it to be like a new area for us to like shoot videos in, because it was previously a dining room that we are not using. And even when it was pre-pandemic times, we were not using it. So I was like, this is a waste of a room that we're literally doing absolutely nothing with.
Right now, it's a glorified cat litter box holder.
It's her bedroom. It's
Yeah,
the
we
cat's
call it her
bedroom.
bedroom. She's got like a little window she sits in and everything. So
Yeah.
she loves it in there.
Yeah. But I feel like we could do more with that space. So that's also in progress. I also rearranged our living room. I just really like rearranging things. I like to find new uses for things. It's fun. But what was I talking about? Deeper meaning?
Yes.
So, I mean, yes, I like things that are aesthetic because they just make me feel good inside when things are like pretty and organized and clean. But I also like things that are messy, and I like things that like, I think that's why when I paint, like it's very like abstract and like paint splatters and textures and different colors and things like that, because I like the process of creating it, but like I also feel like it has like some kind of like deeper meaning, like our internal conflicts or like things that make you think deeply or make you feel deeply. I really like
Deep in the field.
deep in the feels.
Do you feel that?
Yeah. Yeah, right? Do you feel that? Why? I don't know. Because that's just how I was built. I think just because I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, so I automatically just feel things very deeply. So I like things that provoke those deep feelings or that can communicate those deep feelings.
That's pretty deep.
It is deep. Deep as a puddle.
Puddles aren't that deep.
That's the whole point. This is a joke. Okay.
Got it.
Got him. Why do you do what you do?
I don't even know what I do.
You like to collect things.
I think we kind of covered the collection stuff in the
Yeah, but
previous
did you
one.
answer why? This is the why question.
I think it's more of the process of collecting them,
Yeah.
because it's like calming to sift through and sort and find stuff and discover stuff. I think that's the fun part of it, is like when we do like the beach class or we look for shells, like it's just like discovering something that's kind of cool and unique and that you didn't really expect to find.
There's a lot of excitement around discovering things.
Yeah. And it's also fun to like sort them out and see what you got when you bring it all home.
Yeah. I think that's human nature. We're very curious creatures.
I mean, not everyone likes to collect things.
No, but I mean, if you think of like human existence, we're always like trying to figure things out. Like discovering like different places to live and discovering what's at the bottom of the ocean and
What you can eat
discovering
and what you can't eat.
Yeah, discovering what you can
That's
eat.
the
and what you
question
can't
I want to
eat.
know is who figured out what we can eat and what we can't.
A trial and error.
A lot of people probably died on the
I'm
way.
sure they did. Just like, I don't know, we test out and we discover lots of things. We want to know things. Like, how did we figure out, okay, we're gonna fly in the air?
Well, apparently you're flying in space.
Yeah, I am. I'm in Tesla in outer space, thanks to 5-Hit Dune,
Oh,
who
that's
likes
funny.
to Photoshop me in Tesla vehicles.
Yeah. First it was like the
The Cybertruck.
Cybertruck. It's so
Fun.
funny.
He does it so like quick too. It's like during stream, he's like, "Look at your Twitter," and I'm like, "What?"
So funny.
And there's pictures of me and Tesla vehicles all over the earth and in the stars.
Wow.
Yeah,
You've made it.
I have made it.
You've made it. I have 2 Tesla vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. I don't know why. I think anything we do really, like, we have like an internal motivation to just feel good about life. feel good about ourselves. It's all about feeling good. The good feels. That's why. I think.
The feel good feel.
The feel good feels. I think that's all everyone's internal motivations is you just want to feel good. Would you agree?
I mean, I would like to agree, but I don't know if that applies to everyone.
Well, challenge me on this, because I'm telling you that is everybody's internal
I think
motivation.
we'll just say the majority of people's motivation.
Even bad people, it makes them feel good to do bad things.
Well,
so that is their internal motivation, is that they want to feel good.
I didn't really want to get into it.
But I'm telling you, that's everybody's motivation, is to feel good.
I guess.
In whatever weird way you find that makes you feel good.
Okay. You can leave it at that.
Not everybody
okay, we're going on.
not everybody cares about what other people feel. I think it's a personal thing. Like, some people might feel good hurting other people. It's not a great way to go about life, but their internal motivation is, this makes me feel good.
Yeah, we're going down this path.
I'm going to do it. What? I'm being very vague.
Yeah, I know you're being vague, but I didn't want to really go down this path.
I'm just saying.
I know you're just saying. I mean, this is what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say it.
But I think that's the why.
Okay.
We all do things because we want to feel good in some kind of way.
Okay.
So there.
Yeah.
Why? In a nutshell.
Why?
That's why I just told you why.
But why?
Because
how does it feel when I ask you why?
Threatening.
Why?
Because I'm insecure.
Why?
Oh, I don't think we've got time for that on this podcast. There's so many reasons. I have trauma.
Why?
We're not going to get into that.
Why?
Because I'll start crying and I don't want to cry anymore.
Why?
You're going to trigger me and I'm going to cry.
No. Okay, my turn for why.
Why?
Because I don't want you to cry.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because I'd feel bad.
Why?
Because I'm a sensitive man.
But why though?
I don't know. That's just the way I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think when we think about why from let's say a Tealfish studio perspective, I think it's because we feel unfulfilled. Unfulfilled at our day job. And
I think not just at our day jobs, just in life in general.
And it gives us a chance to kind of do what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe have the possibility of one day of like kind of just
feeling fulfilled.
Yeah, and relying on just that to get by.
Mm-hmm.
So something that we're kind of striving towards.
Yeah, that's definitely why we're doing what we're doing. We're trying. I think that we were kind of talking about this earlier today, but like, why do human beings do what they do? Like, what made this weird social structure of like what you're supposed to be doing with your life and what you're supposed to be doing for a job? And like,
I feel like that's a very, very complicated thing to get into.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that was what we were talking about earlier. It was like, why? Like, why do we do this stuff? Like, at the core of things, even though we like to distinguish ourselves as we're human beings, we're just animals. We are just animals like all the other animals. Like, why aren't we just surviving, living life, and feeling happy? Like, we're so caught up in all this weird...
You gotta go off the grid.
Debate.
You gotta go off the grid.
Competition of stuff that makes no difference. Like, it does not matter.
Like, I don't know. I feel like there's movies about like something like this where, like, in my opinion, I feel like the human race should be striving for something greater than what it is. Like they should be pooling resources together and like furthering like what we
species.
yeah like what we're capable of. Instead, we have like so much like internal conflict and stuff like that, and like there's just so much stuff that we can't really touch in this episode because it just go on and on and on. But it's just so weird to see.
Yeah. I think that like everybody's so, not everybody, but a lot of people, especially those that are, I think when people get a taste of power, they really like it, and then they will do anything to get more of it and to control other people, and they like lose sight of like the bigger picture. It's just about them and their like little microcosm, and they don't care about the greater good or the human race as a whole or whatever. They're just worried about themselves. And it's just really sad.
Yeah.
It causes like so much like anguish and
yeah, it's like it's crazy to think about. There's people worth like billions of dollars, and meanwhile there's people that are homeless living on the streets and countries that don't have any food. It's just it doesn't make any sense to me.
It's that whole survival of the fittest.
It's like how can you have that much money that you'll probably never even go through in your lifetime? And I don't know, it's confusing.
Yeah.
But let me buy another 375,000 foot boat, you know?
Well, who could you possibly be talking about? I don't know. I feel it's strange because a lot of the times you hear stories about where these people came from, and they weren't really like that at the beginning, and then they got money, and then they just became this. So it's like when they say like money is the root of all evils, like does money really do that to a person?
I think sometimes, yes.
Like what would, it's confusing because it's like, okay, if we were to get like hit the lottery or something and get that much money, like do you feel like we would change fundamentally as people?
I mean, not as people, but our situation would get a lot better.
Well, yeah. No, but I mean like your values, like your core values, like it feels like some of these people, like their core value system just totally changes. And like
there's also people that hit the lottery and somehow end up broke.
Well, I mean,
because they all spend it all.
Yeah, because like you think it's an infinite amount of money, and it's not.
Oh, it's definitely not.
I don't know. I like. It would be nice to have like a ton of money and like not have to worry about money, but I feel like for me personally, I don't think I would ever want to get to that point where I had too much money that I wouldn't know what to do with it. Like I would just want to live comfortably.
Well, I think if we ever, for some reason, reached that point, like we would definitely look into ways to like give back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that a lot of the like billionaires and stuff, they're like, oh, they do all their philanthropical stuff. I don't know if that's the right word. Philanthropy things.
Yeah.
And like, at the same time, like it's only like a small percentage of their wealth.
Yeah. I mean, it still does stuff.
I mean, it still does stuff, but it's still like they're still worth billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I don't know.
It's confusing.
It is very confusing to think about, like where you want to go with, like, I don't know, like what do you want to do with your life? Like, what's your legacy gonna be? And like, I wonder if people even care about that, or like how they're perceived.
Most people are just living in the moment.
Yeah. I think this is why artists are broke all the time. Because we're just thinking about like the bigger things and not like the immediate, like, how can I line my pockets kind of thing. You know?
You mean like getting involved in like a pyramid scheme?
What?
Immediately lining your pockets?
I mean, I feel like some people that are in pyramid schemes don't realize that they're in them until it's too late. But like it's like, but it is kind of like that whole like get rich quick kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like, oh, if I do this, I'm gonna make all this money.
I feel like there's a lot of scams out there right now.
Oh yeah,
Lots.
I feel like I don't really get caught up in that stuff because I really don't. Like when I say I don't care about money, like I would, of course, like to have enough money to like pay my bills, have like a decent amount of savings in case anything happens, and get rid of my student loan debt. But beyond that, like as long as I can like make sure I have a roof over my head, make sure I have food, and like can get a couple of like nice little expenses here and there as like tools to like help me make what I want to make. That's all I care about. Like I don't need, I don't know, like all of this like massive like extravagant stuff.
You don't need 24 boats.
I don't need 24 boats.
You don't need 50 houses.
I don't need a towel warmer in the bathroom. We were watching this thing where they were like renovating like a house or something, and then they are like, oh, we got this like luxurious towel warmer. And I'm like, if you're taking a shower and the towel is in the bathroom with you, it's gonna be warm. Why do you need a towel warmer?
Some people take cold showers.
Why?
I don't know. Some people do.
We did it for like over a year, not out of choice. Not a fun thing to do.
Some people like the cold shower and it makes them feel refreshed.
And then they want a warm towel.
Yes, after.
Just throw it in the freaking dryer and it'll be warm. I just feel like it's such a waste of money. Like, why?
Well, people also have heated driveways. Did you know that?
What?
You didn't know.
A heated driveway?
Yeah, people have heated driveways.
Because your car is going to get cold?
No, so they don't have to shovel.
What?
People have heated driveways.
But won't it like crack?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Over time. I mean, any driveway probably cracks over time.
That seems stupid, but kind of smart. But kind of stupid. I don't know the logistics. I don't know the logistics of it, but like that seems very odd. What if your tires melt?
I mean, it's not that hot. I mean, if it malfunctions and you come out and your all your tires are just like flat and they're like melted into the driveway. Well, I can't go into work today.
So weird. I don't know. I feel like just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. It's a lot of weird innovations that like are not like why. Like we can figure out how to warm towels, but we can't figure out like the cure for cancer. Like put your money where it's going to be useful.
I think that's a little bit harder.
Yeah, but like you're going to spend like however much money on that. Put it towards something that's going to help. I
mean, the people making a towel warmer aren't going to be the people you want trying to...
No, I'm saying the people spending the money on a towel warmer could be putting that money into something that's like more useful.
So, like, funding a charity.
Yeah. Like, put it towards, like, do you really need that? Like, put it towards something that, like, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. That's just me. I'm going to stop talking. It just seems like such a waste. Like, if you're going to have, like, extra money to throw at something, throw it at something that's, like, that matters. Like, in the grand scheme of things. Your favorite thing to say.
That's my thing. I haven't said it. I can't talk today.
It's a problem for a podcast.
Yeah. I haven't said that a lot lately.
It just seems like such a waste.
It does.
I don't know.
Also seems like a waste. We were watching YouTube the other day and like people like at like what was it, like Dunkin' Donuts or whatever were like tossing out like all the donuts at the end of the day.
Yeah, that was horrible. But it's not just Dunkin' Donuts. It's like
probably every fast food restaurant.
Lots of restaurants. I'm assuming that they throw away all this food because of like some kind of like liability health code, something or other. Yeah. But figure out a way to do something with that food. Give it to your employees. Go to like a food kitchen at the end of the night and give it to them. Or like there's people starving.
Yeah.
And I think the one kid that worked there started taking the donuts and giving it to homeless people, and then he got fired for it.
Yeah, like that's ridiculous.
Why? Like that's horrendous.
It's going in the garbage anyway, so
like stuff like that makes zero sense to me. Zero sense. And I know that there are restaurants that will actually, like, that's what they do, is that they will package up whatever's left over and they will give it to like a homeless shelter or
Like a
a
food,
soup kitchen or
yeah,
something like that.
food
Like,
bank
do
or
something
something.
useful with it. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like I used to work at a country club, I guess you would call it, and they did like banquets and stuff like that all the time. And like at the end of the night, like any leftover stuff that they cooked up, they let us box up and take home instead of throwing it all out.
It's like such a waste. Or like if it's something that's like freshly made, they could freeze it and then they could like give those out as meals or something if they're worried about contamination or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever liability or something. Like, I'm sure
Or
there's ways
just-
around it. That's
yeah,
such a
or-
waste. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's got to be a way to distribute that. I mean, I can't imagine a donut going bad in one day. Like, even if it sits out all day, like
They definitely sell donuts that are older than a day. There's no way that they don't.
I don't know. Apparently, according to the video, they throw everything out at the end of the day.
Well, that's stupid. Then you should figure out how many donuts you actually need to make every day, because that's such a waste.
Well, I think they try, but it fluctuates.
That makes me angry. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Such a waste.
it's a lot of wasteful things. Especially the packaging that you get sometimes.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that too, because like some of the, when I'm redoing like the pantry and things like that, like we were like looking at like some of the packaging of stuff like that we purchased, and it's like, this is all going in like a landfill somewhere. Like, what are you supposed to do? And then like we try to recycle, but like half the stuff you're recycling is probably not actually going to get recycled.
Yeah. It's
And
probably
then-
going to get shipped to another
We
country.
were talking about Captain Planet. We were talking about Captain Planet, and I was like, what happened to that? That was like so long ago. They made a whole cartoon about recycling and saving our planet and stuff. And then here we are, like, with climate change, and like we only have like, we're probably out of time at this point, like so many like years to get our shit together so that we can save our planet. And
Well, the whole thing is like they push the whole responsibility of recycling on the consumer when it should be pushed on the companies that produce the products.
yeah.
Because no matter how much one individual does, it's not going to nearly come close to how much a company could change. Like there's no carbon offsetting that.
Yeah. The whole carbon offset thing kind of annoys me too. Like, I'm going to make this like treacherous decision of things that are going to pollute our environment, but then I'm also going to do this to carbon offset myself. Like,
I'm going to buy 1,000 acres of woodland and plant 1 million trees.
okay, but you still damage the environment. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to carbon offset myself. No, you're not, dude. You still damage the environment. Like, you can't make up for what you did because you planted a bunch of trees. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Anyway. So that's our... How did we come up with all of this from why?
I don't know. We just got on a topic and we just kind of ran with it and kind of ranted a little, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. The artist rant.
Yeah. Just a little.
That's
But
fine.
sometimes you just gotta rant. Just gotta let it fly.
Just let it fly. This is fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's about it. Unless you got something else there.
We don't have anything else to add.
I think rant over.
I think I'm I don't think I have anything else to rant about. That's it.
Right. Okay. I don't know where that brought us, but that's what I feel.
Yeah.
I think like if I ever get to a position where I can actually like make a difference, I would want to actually like try.
Same.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like what we do kind of makes a difference, at least to a couple of people.
So thank you for joining us on that little rant. I think that's the end of that for today. If you're watching the podcast and you want to listen in the future, you can listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Stitcher. Or if you're listening and you want to watch the video format, you can find it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And this week we tried to do a little bit of a shorter format because we got some feedback And we are trying to be a little bit more concise instead of ranty. I don't know how well that worked. It was a shorter rant, at least.
Yeah, shorter rants. You can still rant, just shorter.
Just shorter.
Gotta be quicker. Speak faster.
So we definitely love the feedback. So please keep that coming. That's always appreciated because we cannot get better unless we know what we need to work on.
Yeah, so you can let us know about anything that you think we can improve on in our Discord or in the YouTube comments, and we'll gladly appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you very much. And thanks for listening or watching. And until next time, may your artistry always be unbounded.
Bye.
Bye.